Bone Tomahawk is one of those films that you may not have ever even heard of. It may have slipped right on under your radar there, partner. Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Halloween Hex Horror Series. Let's review Bone Tomahawk. This is a horror western, which that genre mashup in and of itself should be a good selling point because that's not something that we see too often. And it stars an absolutely stacked cast. We have Kurt Russell, Richard Jennings, Matthew Fox, Patrick Wilson, Lily Simmons, David Arquette, the late Sid Haig, and I had been meaning to watch it for a long time, and I finally got to sit down and watch it with my brother last week. This film takes place in the late 1890s, the dying days of the Old West, and a sheriff from a small dying town, played by Kurt Russell, brings a ragtag group of individuals from the town with him on a quest to rescue two of their own, who were taken by a group of what I can only describe as cave dwellers. The local indigenous peoples refer to them as troglodytes. Think of them like the missing link in evolution. People that time and science and evolution and history forgot about. Oh yeah, and they're cannibals. It's a very low budget production. You can tell. It sticks to very simplistic shots, mostly indoors, without any big grand shots of a town square or anything like that, opting for a lot of low lighting in particular scenes to convey kind of more of a sense of the impending horrors surrounding them and what's to come. But, nonetheless, this is a taut, tense, and unpredictable film with very good performances from its talented cast. It's a slow burn, but it has great, memorable characters. You actually care about what's going to happen to these characters. It has a runtime of about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and throughout the vast majority of its runtime, you're not really sure what's going to happen next or who's going to fall into the hero archetype, who's going to fall into a trap, who's going to fall into the self-sacrificing role, because it throws a lot of unpredictability into the wind. And that's the Old West. That is, to a T, the Old West. The building of tension is some of the best I've seen in here since the movie The Descent. And it makes, when we finally get to the final 30 minutes of the film, it makes it pay off in a really big way. Now, fair warning, the violence in this film is pretty extreme. There's not a lot of it, but what you do get stays with you. It isn't stylized or glorified violence. It's quick, it's brutal, it's real, and then it's over as quickly as it began, and it leaves you shocked. My only real complaint against the movie is that when we finally get to the climax of things, it ends just a little too quickly. I was kind of expecting a little more. It was just too brief. That's all. I mean, after such a great build-up, it just felt like we just could have used more. I mean, what we do get is very good. I just wanted more of it. Although, I got to admit, there is a bit of admirability in keeping things done more simply and in kind of an ambiguous nature to where you can kind of just draw your own conclusions about what exactly this even was. What was the nature of this particular terror, because it's bizarre and disturbing. Yeah, I found myself thinking about this movie later on, laying in bed that night, which I didn't expect it to have that effect on me, so I do give the film credit for that. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more than what I've said. You should go into Bone Tomahawk not knowing what to expect, so have fun. I reckon I give Bone Tomahawk a 7.5 out of 10. Watch yourself now.